I want to talk to you about inside rules versus outside rules. Because I think you're confused, as we all are. There are generally two sets of rules in the universe and in life and for everyone. Some outside rules, like gravity, paying your taxes, not murdering anyone, outside rules. And then there are a bunch so the outside rules are real, true in the universe. It's difficult to talk about philosophically, but, rules of how things work. Inside rules are often mistaken for outside rules. But your inside rules might be holding you back, and they might be not true, and you could probably get rid of 95% of them and not have very much happen at all, except you'd have a nicer life. For example, a lot of people carry around an inside rule that says they don't deserve money. They work hard at their job. They think it's a good person thing to do to be financially struggling. And, it's like a moral, pious thing to do to be financially struggling. It makes you a better person. And so money comes your way and you just spend it all because you feel you don't deserve money, or you work at a job that undervalues you completely because you believe that you don't deserve money. This goes for a lot of subjects, by the way. An internal rule might be, there's only so much love in the universe. I can't take it all at once. It has to be doled out very specifically and on a schedule and only in little tiny bits. Another internal rule might be, I'm not the kind of person who is a good friend. I'm not the kind of person who is good at math. Do you see the pattern? Internal rules often start with, I'm not the kind of person who. So to reiterate and differentiate, there are outside rules that are real and true and ways that the universe works, universal laws of how the universe works, which I'll gladly break some of those down and tell you about in a different video. Then there are internal rules. And these you often see as universal truths, but they're actually inside rules that were told to you by your parents, or you picked up from TV, or you got in a book somewhere, and you're still believing to this day to be a universal truth, but it's actually just an internal rule that you could change in a second. One good one, because of who I am, right? One good one is, this is going to sound weird how I'm going to phrase it, but I think you'll be able to handle it. People with penises don't wear pink. That's an internal rule people have that, obviously, when I say it out loud, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. And so you might, or a person might, be living their life with the internal rule mistaken as a universal truth, mistaken for a universal truth, that people with penises don't wear pink. And it's totally wrong. And add to the mix that maybe that person has a penis and likes the color pink. And so now they don't get to do something that would make them happy, that they might like to do, because they have this internal rule, inside rule, that they're mistaking for an outside rule. It's not a real rule that people with penises don't wear pink. That's not a real rule. That's an inside rule that you made up. What I would encourage you to do is notice more and more often when you come up against a rule, a so-called universal truth, and just do a little litmus test for yourself. Is this an outside rule or is this an inside rule? Because if you find that it's an inside rule, and honestly it's made up, You get to decide a new inside rule for yourself. This is about self-determination and self-trust, right? You are capable of making decisions for yourself, and this proves it. So the internal rule is about what people can and can't eat. That's an inside rule. And you discover this in your life, and you discover, oh, I've been thinking of it as an outside rule that people should eat 3 meals a day. You get to make decisions for yourself, whether you want to have 3 meals and a snack, or 2 meals and a snack, or you want to eat on a schedule that's of your devising that you think takes care of yourself and gets you what you want in life. Without being able to differentiate and examine and notice that there are inside and outside rules, you're sunk. You're just running around with a bunch of inside rules that you think are true, that are holding you back and holding you in. This has quite a lot to do with success. A lot of inside rules have to do with what is success, what kind of job you can have, what kind of money you can have, as we talked about. This is your chance to craft and have the life that you want, and to create the inside rules that you want. Of course, you're going to go with, sorry to sound so cheesy, but you're going to go with your heart, right? You're not going to create new rules that lie to people or are violent to other people or, hurt somebody, including yourself. But you have a lot of leeway to create new inside rules that work much better for you. I talk about this subject and quite a lot of other subjects in my book, How to Be You. There's a link for that down below. Please connect with me in a lot of ways. And for now, goodbye. As a motorcycle goes by. For now, goodbye.